Welcome into this edition of the Weekly Warrior Preview. I'm Jerry Young along with Donette Logan, and usually we don't allow coffee on the set, but today is Donette's 40th birthday. What can I say, folks? She gets away with it.
I get what I want because I'm not in bed eating ice cream crying about being 40.
Yeah, that's true.
What a great show we have today.
We do basketball and track on this edition, and we've got some great guests, great coaches as well.
You guys are going to be blown away when you meet Grant Hopkins. He is a Thompson High School basketball player, a sophomore, so well-spoken, and just has been a key player for that team. We were going to sit down and talk to them about being an area play, being ranked. You sit down and talk with a track coach. They've had, their season starts, March 3rd, I believe.
That's right. And, of course, we're in the middle of winter track, indoor track and field. Of course, the state finals in May, so they're already working up to that. Just a lot going on.
A lot going on. We'll take a real quick break. When we come back, we'll sit down with Coach Powell and Grant Hopkins.
Nobody supports our Warriors like Tim Mitchell.
If you're even thinking of moving, call me, Alabaster. Go Warriors!
Blair Pharmacy is a family-owned, full-service pharmacy located in Weatherly near Joe's Italian. With services such as the MedPack program and free prescription delivery, Blair Pharmacy provides the personal attention the chains can't match. They even have a gift shop featuring items by local vendors, gift baskets, and balloons. Owners Kimberly and Daniel Blair are proud to be a part of the Alabaster community, and if it's Warrior gear you're in search of, Blair Pharmacy is the official Warrior gear headquarters in Alabaster. Blair Pharmacy. Shop local, shop small, shop family.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm joined now by Thompson men's basketball coach, Coach Drew Powell, and Grant Hopkins. Thank you guys so much for being here. We appreciate it. You have had an unbelievable season. Your whole team has, but one of the big games that we have to talk about, I'm sure you get asked about it now, is that buzzer being shot with Homewood.
Yeah, that was a great feeling. Coach Drew play on the board, and it kind of didn't go as planned. The pass was a little bit short. But it was an opportunity for me to come get the ball, and I shot it from half court, and it went in. So it was just an unbelievable night and an amazing opportunity.
When you make a shot like that, can you even sleep that night?
No.
No. He's like, no, I'm still on cloud nine from that shot. Now, you're a sophomore, and Coach Powell, you have a very young team, and this is your first year at Thompson. How do you grow a young team and mold them into what your vision is for the Thompson men's basketball team?
You're right, Donette. We do have a young team. We've been starting 4 sophomores lately, and the guys have really worked hard. I think they see a goal out in front of them, and they're really coming together. They're playing hard. They're playing smart. They're playing together, and they're really fun to watch. Grow throughout the season. Of course, at the beginning of the season, we had some difficult times there, but our guys continue to work hard. We've got several guys, obviously, that played football, so it's kind of like a resetting the season. Mid-December, and our guys have responded to that as well. So I'm really proud of what they've done and what they've accomplished, and I also know that they're still hungry for more.
Talking about what they've accomplished, we've watched you guys move in and out of top 10 ranking all season, so you can see where you guys are like pushing, and you kind of face a challenge, and now we're going into area play. How do you does that mindset switch from regular season to postseason, or is it just you're still doing the job, still doing the work?
It's still the same mission, but we know that it's a more crucial part of the season, so we have to really focus in on that part because it determines a lot for the ending part of the season.
Now, I like to ask you guys, we had Brooklyn Oden last week and Coach Ward on there, and I wanted to know about your biggest strengths. What do you think is your biggest strength on the court?
Like me personally?
Or as a team?
As a team, I'll say it's our chemistry. We've been knowing each other for a very long time. And also in practice, we put a lot of emphasis on running plays, communicating on defense. So when we go on the court, it's just like we've been doing it in practice.
Coach Powell, for you, what do you think the biggest challenge has been for you guys this season?
Well, I think to touch on strengths again, I think our balance is another really big strength. We've got, we don't have that one guy you got to guard. We've got 6 or 8 guys that can score the ball and defend really well. I think moving forward, I think we've got some really quality opponents coming up, in area play. So I think being prepared for those better teams and understanding the mission and the opportunity that's in front of us in terms of regional possibilities, is something that obviously coaching a young team, something that goes through your mind quite a bit. But our guys so far have been very focused. Our preparations have been very good. So I'm proud of what our guys have done. And again, just look forward to the end of the season.
You know, I
Finishing
asked,
strong.
and I think you guys definitely are going to do that. And I asked Brooklyn about the new arena, and I asked everybody about that. And obviously, I don't think anybody's going to say we don't like it. But for you guys, you got to go play where the Hawks play. Mm-hmm. Talk about going into that arena and knowing that this is where a professional team plays. I think you'd probably walk in, your mouth's just in awe looking at everything.
It's a very eye-opening experience, and it just shows you, how blessed we are as a team to be able to take a trip like that to Atlanta Hawks facility and just see how they do things down there. It was a great experience.
Now, you finished the regular season on the road, and, obviously we'll have area play back and forth. What is the difference from playing at home and away?
Well, in a home crowd, it's more of a home feeling. You have like your friends, a lot of your classmates, and they do come to the away games too. But in the away game, you're gonna have obviously like a more dense crowd of people that go to that school. So it's a little bit different. But I mean, the away crowd gives you a little bit more energy, and it kind of motivates you to play more when you have people shouting at you from the student section. It kind of boosts your energy a little bit, makes you want to play harder.
Hear your name called a little bit more, I'm sure. One thing I like to always ask, what I'm hoping we do with this show is just expose everybody at Alabaster to what great athletics we have at Thompson. It's not just a fall sport. We've got sports year-round that are great to come watch. We want people to support and want our community involved and our kids to grow up in athletics. What is something from both of you that you would want to tell our young men who want to play basketball at Thompson High School or beyond?
Okay, I'll say, just always work hard. You can never do too much, working hard. When you're in the gym by yourself getting shots up, there's nothing that you can do that's too much. You can always get better and always improve your game. So that's something that you can always look forward to in terms of playing sports or trying to meet a certain goal.
I think that can be applied to everything on and off the court.
Yeah.
What do you think, Coach
I think one topic that gets discussed a lot is specialization, especially among young athletes. A lot of times coaches or parents feel like a kid has got to play a certain sport and not play other sports. And, I feel like they should play whatever sports they want, especially at a young age. And as a father, that's what I'm going to encourage my children to do, is play whatever sports they want. And so I would encourage other parents as well, to allow their kids, especially while they're young, to play as many sports as they would like, see what they they're going to grow, see what they like, see what they're good at, see what they enjoy.
Let them find their way. Well,
Absolutely.
guys, good luck in area play, and thank you so much for being a guest today. We can't wait to see what you do in the future. We want to encourage everyone to go support them in area play.
Absolutely, and it's not just basketball. We got a lot of other sports going on right now as well.
We do. Wrestling team, they should wrap up February 17th.
Right.
They've done an amazing job this season, as they always do. And then we have our spring sports start. Soccer begins February 12th against Chelsea. Then the baseball team, they kick off with a doubleheader on the 19th against Spain Park and Auburn. The softball team, they start with the Thompson Invitational on the 19th as well. Golf starts on the 13th at Highlands. And then, of course, we've got track on March 3rd.
Well, and speaking of track, we're going to sit down with Mackenzie Hogue and Coach Schmidt coming up. We'll have that interview coming up here in just a moment. But one thing I want to mention, these sports that you just talked about, we're going to be broadcasting some of those sports on THS TV on the NFHS Network. So you need to get a subscription. Go to NFHS Network, search for Thompson High School, click on that, and get a subscription. You can watch all these games. We're going to do basketball, baseball, softball. I don't know that we can get in track. I don't know how we would do that. However, the state track finals this season are in May, and we'll be broadcasting that on the NFHS Network, and we know Mackenzie Hogue will be there as well. So just a lot going on, just a little plug there to watch how you can watch and listen to Thompson High School.
And, of course, every other week we'll have some of the coaches and athletes right here on the Weekly Warrior Preview. When we come back, you're going to sit down with our track coach.
I am Coach Schmidt and Mackenzie Hogue, the Sanford commit from Thompson High School. Got some state records. She'll be going for some too. We'll talk to her when we come back right here on the Weekly Warrior Preview.
Welcome to the Gym Time Smoothie Bar. What makes us different? Over 60 recipes and flavors, all natural, all organic, no added sugar or preservatives. The best part is that you don't have to be a member to buy a shake. Our hours are awesome, our staff is helpful, and our shakes are tasty.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Weekly Warrior Preview. I'm Jerry Young, and joining me in the studio now is Coach Chris Smith, with the head coach at Thompson High School for track and cross country.
Yes, sir.
And somebody who really needs no introduction. If you follow track at all in Alabaster, you know Mackenzie Hogan. I've said a lot of times, I've called the state track tournament for 3 or 4 years, and I used to call your name all the time, and then I found out that your grandfather used to be my coach in high school, so we have a little connection there. He's yelled at me way more than he's ever yelled at you. So, but it's good to have him on set. Coach, let's start with you. Talk about track a little bit. I know this is the star of the team, and she's, by the way, Mackenzie's going to run for Sanford. I can say that now officially.
Yes,
so talk a little bit about your team and what happens with track at Thompson.
Well, we had a really good cross-country season this past year. We had Jace Jones and Brandon DeMarcus Lee did an outstanding job leading our program this season, and Emily Allen and our girls staff, and of course Mackenzie here, did a great job with our girls team.
A lot of people think track's 1 or 2 people.
Oh, no.
I mean, Thompson, and every school, but Thompson has a lot of participants, and it's pretty tough as a coach to put them in the relays to know who needs to run first and third or bring up the anchor or whatever. So that's a kind of a big job.
It is. We do have a big team. We do have about 120 kids on the guys as well as the girls team. And, we usually compete about 40 kids for the indoor season for that varsity spot. And it's a chess match. And with the 7A, especially in the metro area around here, you have some of, if not the best coaches in the state of Alabama, if not some of the best in the nation. And it's just it's a strategy game and a game of chess. And, sometimes my assistant coach and I, we negotiate and argue. Hey, I'll give you this guy for 2 of those guys. And we do that. And it's just a point thing, putting our athletes in the best event that's going to help our team out at the state meet.
Right.
Now, individual races, individual meets, it's all for that athlete. But when it comes to the state level, we're looking to, do our best and hopefully bring back a map.
Mackenzie, I want to know a little bit about how you got to this point in senior. What have you been preparing? I know and I mentioned your grandfather. He ran track at Auburn, and so I know that he's kind of coached you a little bit too along the way. So, what has it taken? What have you done to get to this point?
Yeah, it's been a lifelong journey, really. Starting young, I was a soccer player, and my coach mentioned then, oh my gosh, she runs all the time. We already know she's on the swim team. Can she bike? Yeah, she can. Okay, so then I moved on to triathlons. And there, I was in triathlons for 5 years, worked really hard, made it to nationals, won nationals several times. But, realized how much I enjoyed running.
Right. What's your favorite event? If you could pick one, you can't run in but one, what would it be?
Running events?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love the 1600.
1600.
Yes, sir.
Do you like being part of a relay team too, or are you part of our relay team?
I am, yes. I'm mostly on the 4x4, 4x400. And yeah, I really enjoy that. It's awesome to be a part of a team.
Talk about Sanford. Why did you pick Sanford? What did you see in Sanford that made you want to go there?
I looked at a lot of really great schools. They all had something really unique, but what I loved about Sanford was the homey atmosphere that I felt as soon as I stepped on campus. I immediately felt welcomed and comfortable, and somewhere I know that I can grow athletically, of course, definitely academically. It's a great academic school, and also spiritually as well. The team is so kind, and somewhere I feel like I can really grow. So that's why. You
can see now why the kids at Thompson are so great. This is just a perfect example of student athletes at Thompson and a great example of coaches at Thompson and how we all love to promote Thompson High School. So thanks for joining us, guys. We appreciate you coming. We'll see you soon right back here on Weekly Warrior Preview.
Welcome back to the Weekly Warrior Preview. We've enjoyed you guys watching and being along with us so far today, and this year. We've had episode 2.
I'm telling you, and we want to thank our sponsors. By the way, if you'd like to become a sponsor here on the Weekly Warrior Preview, just message us right there on Facebook, or you can always call Video Visions, and I'll be happy to come out and be happy to show you our little package.
I drink my coffee out of your coffee mug.
That's right. That's right. So we want to, but also just really want to thank the sponsors. Without them, we can't show these sports. We can't show these student athletes and coaches, and we really appreciate their support.
Absolutely. We appreciate each and every one of you. We'll be back in February, and we'll have some surprise guests for you to kind of catch up and see how those spring sports are going right here on the Weekly Warrior Preview.